Play the game from way down.
True, silence. Rainer getting absolutely
A team wipe.
The living bomb's going.
Oh my goodness, the ring. Bomb's Tastinko gonna find Rainer.
Yo, it's your boy Murda in the house. Yo, we have a Division B East double header for you this evening. Sorry, I just spilled something on my table, like right as the intro was going. Trying to clean it up here. But yeah, welcome to the channel. We were here last night, triple header. I don't think we're gonna quite make it to 3 tonight. I'm so tired. I took a nap at around 5 p.m. Like for about 30 minutes, and it felt so good. And I'm dreaming of getting back to that pillow and falling asleep tonight. So probably just the doubleheader tonight. But it should be exciting. We have some really good teams. They're all from Division B East. First, it's Skiggly's Wigglies versus Chaos of the Waking Dragon. And then we'll be followed up by Regen Phoenix versus Demonic Entity Within. Already getting our first follow of the night. That one coming in from Skig Gaming. Assuming that's Skiggly Wiggly's, like, org? Is that what it is? Skig Gaming? If not, maybe you're just named Skig. Welcome. Thanks for hanging. I'm keeping an eye out for our lobby in-game. I believe that... Oh, lobby invite was canceled. Oh, no, he invited me. Oh, no. I missed it already. I'm horrible at this. Here we go. Join game. But yeah, let's talk about tonight's matchup. Skiggly's Wigglies versus Chaos of the Waking Dragon. Skiggly's Wigglies entering with a record of 2-10. Chaos of the Waking Dragon entering with a record of 0-8. Thank you for that follow. That one coming from Rodney77X. Welcome to the channel. Thanks for hanging tonight. But yeah, those aren't very good records. We were joking about it during the coin toss. And I think both captains just excited to have a good time tonight. Throw some abilities at each other and maybe walk away with a win. In the lobby chat, it says, welcome to the bottom two Div B West, or excuse me, Div B East showdown. Who will remain? Who will secure their first win? One of these teams, I promise you. That will certainly happen tonight. We'll be a best of 3. So certainly someone's going to leave with their first win of the season. Let's talk about the bans. Skiggly's Wigglies banning out Battlefields of Eternity and Alterac Pass. Chaos of the Waking Dragon banning out Braxis Holdout and Volskaya Foundry. Map number 1 chosen by Chaos of the Waking Dragon. It's going to be Dragonshire. Is everyone here? I think they're all here. Can't quite tell. I think they're saying they're ready to go. So, admittedly,
new follow
don't know.
Detected.
Is that another follow? Is that you, Miss Peaches? I've been waiting all my life for you, Peaches. We're getting really close to our follower goal. It takes like a second, like lags to update, but we entered tonight at 965 followers. That's pretty darn close to 1,000. If we make it there in the next couple of weeks, that'd be fantastic. I would love that. I'm sure you guys at home probably don't care quite as much as me. It's not your channel, it's my channel. But maybe you're like, hey, I might want to be there when that happens, because maybe something cool is going to pop off. That'd be cool. I don't know what it's going to be yet. But I'll probably do something fun. Think they're all ready? Okay. So Skig is the captain. Is that right? Or the assistant captain? I'm confused. He's the drafter. He or she, I guess I don't really know. Drafting here in this one. Skiggly's Wigglies. So, that must have been you, Skigs. Appreciate it. Alright. Am I like lobby host or something? What's going on here? R. I threw all the R's out there for them. I don't know what we're waiting on here. Hello? Hello? Alright, I think Shu's launching it here. Are we going? There we go. I can close that. There we go. Welcome! Game number 1. It will be Dragonshire. This light's a little too close. You're getting like that glare down there. Boom, fixed. Dragonshire. And we're playing with a team that's called Chaos of the Waking Dragon. Thinking face. Yeah, maybe they like this map. Maybe their dragon power is amplified here. Look out for the old Deathwing. Look out for the Alexstrasza. Hanzo, maybe? Water Dragon from Lili, anybody? Hello? What am I missing? I guess you got Genji. He's got Dragon Blade. What other dragons are out there? Those aren't dragons. Why are you banning those? Rexar, he's not a dragon. Misha kinda could be a dragon. Oh, there's Brightwing with the Deathwing skin. That's a dragon. And she's also a dragon fairy, so... Rexar the first ban. What are they going to follow up that with? On the other side, it was Dahaka taken away by Chaos of the Waking Dragon. Skiggly's Wiggly's on the clock. 3 seconds left for this second ban. Kind of curious. I was wondering if they're just going to take away the Deathwing, but they didn't. They're leaving it open for themselves, which is going to force now that Chaos of the Waking Dragon ban out a dragon, or else that Deathwing is going to be available. And maybe I want him to be available. I think that is what I want. I've decided. Alright, it's a Falstead ban, and I approve. That means we're going to see Deathwing. There ain't no way they're not going to take Deathwing. 5 picks coming up. One of these teams has got to like their shot at winning with a Deathwing. Rodney's saying, I kind of want Murda's hat. I don't know if it's still being sold, but I got this from the official Blizzard eShop under the Heroes of the Storm section. It might be out of stock at this point. It's a few years ago. And there is that Deathwing, just as I expected. So 1 dragon stolen away already. Will they pick up their Alexstrasza here? No, it's going to be Tychus and Johanna. Maybe no dragon memes after all. Sham, woo! With the follow. Appreciate that one. Thanks for stopping in. Hopefully you're here rooting for one of these teams. Or maybe you're just hanging around for the matchup later on. Regen Phoenix versus Demonic Entity Within. That is bound to be a thrilling matchup. Both teams with very few map losses on the season so far. Ooh, I like this. You get a Deathwing and you get the hottest healer in the Nexus right now, Ariel. Got that buff on the res. It's been a must-pick situation. And they're pairing it in with a Vala, which typically is revealing that they're thinking about maybe going into some sort of hyper carry situation. Having that Resurrect available for your Vala is going to mean you can afford if she dies. Or maybe one of your other pieces in the fight die. You're going to be okay because the Resurrect will come out. They'll get that hero back up. And the fight continues. And you continue to just blast away with that Vala. Who's playing this? It's Mosher. Mosher, it's who I got to talk to before the matchup during the coin toss. Excited for them. Excited to see how they can utilize this hero to their maximum benefit after we saw the Garrosh taken away by Chaos of the Waking Dragon. That was their final ban of this map. And the final one for Skiggly's is going to be Leoric. So how does that change things now for Chaos of the Waking Dragon? Having the Tychus going to be great up against the Deathwing. Do they also go for some other form of percentage damage? Out there still is a Malthael. The Greymane already taken away, wisely so, by Skiggly's Wigglies. So there's not like a tremendous amount of options out there, but I think there still are a few. They're going to go with a double support though, Uther and Rhaegar. Interesting. Wasn't expecting the Uther to come out. He's been preferred by a lot of teams. And you know what? Maybe they're trying to take away some of these supports that might help out the Vala. Although the Tassadar still out there. I really like Tassadar. I think he's strong as heck. He's also really good up against the Deathwing, which would have been nice to steal away. But instead, they just go with some big bodies. They pick up a Mal'Ganis and pretty strong mage, especially in the right hands. It's Kel'Thuzad. So 2 guys with an apostrophe in the middle of their name. Interesting. Last pick, Chaos of the Waking Dragon. Thinking about what they want to pair in with this Tychus. Probably going to need some more damage. Something here. And it's going to be an Illidan. Oh, that's a thrilling pick. Is this their attempt at countering off the Deathwing? I don't think I've seen an Illidan do this, but that could be pretty exciting. Is there enough auto attack heals to beat Deathwing? I guess so, because how's he going to do anything to you? If he starts channeling one of his abilities, you just flip to the other side of Deathwing. You can chase him down forever. Maybe this is the smartest decision I've seen yet up against DW. I'm like, actually, like, why didn't I think of this sooner? Illidan could be legit. It's going to be played by Silent Shu, a longtime friend of mine. So Silent Shu, if you're watching this in the future, maybe the VOD later on, welcome. Hopefully your team does all right tonight. Excited for you guys this season. Let me start up a poll. I didn't do it yet. Who will win game 1? We got Skiggly's Wigglies or Chaos of the Waking Dragon. And I'll set that to 2 minutes. Boom. And into the game we go. If you guys want to vote in that poll, it's at the top of your chat right now. But let me introduce these players. Red Rook Lord on the Kel'Thuzad. We got Mommy Milkies on the Ariel. Jacko Pop playing that Mal'Ganis Mosher on the Vala. And up top, playing the big, bad, scary thing. This team's probably named after him. It's Skig on the Deathwing. Make some noise for Skiggly's Wigglies. And coming in on the red side, we got Sheath playing this Johanna up front. Rocks on the Tychus. Darth playing Uther. Truffle Shuff on the Rhaegar. And last but not least, it's Silent Shu on the Illidan. Make some noise. They are Chaos of the Waking Dragon. That is unending hatred. Working on the minion stacks will be Illidan. Presumably going to be double soaking? Question mark? I don't know. Oh, here's Rhaegar and Tychus moving up onto Deathwing. Tychus loves just auto attacking with that minigun on top of Deathwing. You see the protect talent being picked up. That's Draconic Might. So every single time one of those armor plates is lost by Deathwing, we'll have a moment to survive and be protected from all damage, similar to a Force of Will. Early game, pretty even so far. They're leaving Johanna around this midsection, Chaos of the Waking Dragon, looking to just make sure they're not missing out on any of these XP globes that are dropping nearby. And they're utilizing 2 heroes in the top lane up against this Deathwing. That's their strategy. We'll see if it ends up paying off. Already you can see Skig not necessarily having an easy time dealing with that minigun from Tychus. Here's an invade down below. Illidan working on this camp, but Mal'Ganis saw it. Jackal Pop in trouble, but gonna unleash some sleep and call in the rest of the team. Here comes Red Rook Lord first and the second. Both connect on the chain, but now Kel'Thuzad in the middle of a few heroes lands that Ice Root. And the follow-up Q is going to get a double kill. Uther and Illidan both fall. Just Johanna surviving as Mal'Ganis feeling good after invading the siege camp. It's going to be 2 camps actually taken. This one automatically going to run right at the fort. But the one they had earlier still in lane along with this minion wave. It's going to mean Mal'Ganis, Vala, Kel'Thuzad all pushing here in this bottom lane. And there is 0 response right now from Chaos of the Waking Dragon. Just Illidan is here right now. But he's got to work on killing these siege giants first. Here comes Uther. And Johanna just staying around mid. Rhaegar now making the rotation from top. But this is going to be a very strong push right now coming out from Skiggly's Wigglies. And we got Deathwing in the air too. So wherever he lands, that could be trouble. Another camp being worked on. Skiggly's Wigglies very quick to hop on these camps so far throughout the game. One invade. Taking their own first, and then now this will be their 3rd camp. Will be scouted out by Rhaegar, but nothing the pup can do. 3rd camp of the game here in this bottom lane for Skiggly's Wigglies. They were able to convert that fort as well. So big advantage now with the Bruiser camp threatening onto a keep wall, and we're just 3 minutes in here on Dragonshire. Deathwing gonna hold on to top, and the 4-man holding on to bottom means that Mosher and squad can start moving up towards this capture point at mid. Ariel's here, gonna potentially try to whip back this Johanna as top is recaptured by Tychus. Deathwing the one still having to deal with the two-man stack in the top lane. Bottom lane bruisers have been dealt with, but here comes a flank. Mal'Ganis waiting for the team. Sleep gonna lead it off. Does it hit Uther? It does. Silencio also back here, but he's quick. He's trying to move around. Gonna get stuck inside some cold blast from Kel'Thuzad, but still not quite enough damage. We're looking over at the Master of the Cold Dark, only at 8 stacks so far, so you can't expect a big burst damage quite yet, but it certainly is coming, as well as already 8 stacks on the Phylactery. Kel'Thuzad off to a pretty quick start. Sheath still solo duty here at mid lane. Been doing that solo as the Johanna, which pretty good wave clear for a tank hero, but not really giving much threat into the lane. Speaking of threat, Tychus under a lot of it. Nothing he can do to get out of that one. Ancestral not an option yet for Rhaegar. So Truffle Shuff can't do anything except run back behind the wall and watch Jackal Pop convert this top shrine over to Skiggly's Wigglies, but Silencer smart enough, quickly moving over to the bottom lane, recapturing that one, and making sure that there's no Dragon Knights yet. Nothing is going to happen yet, he says. Rhaegar playing aggressive now. Mal'Ganis going to walk in up top. Jackal Pop already helped pick up a few kills earlier down in the bottom lane up against this Rhaegar after making the rotation down, but I don't think he can take on 2 of them, can he? Maybe with the help of Deathwing now showing up. Here's Skig. Does he have a big lava blast? There's one of them. Brock's now going to turn his focus over to Skig, trying to reduce some of that armor as Deathwing going to start charging forward. Tychus has to get the heck out of there. So easily now maintained by Skiggly's Wigglies. It's just Kel'Thuzad having to deal with this bottom lane pressure from Illidan and Uther. And it's a pesky little Illidan, which I was really expecting to be put on top of the Deathwing. I'm surprised that they're not. They're leaving the Tychus and the Rhaegar instead. I don't know. You guys at home tell me. I haven't tried the matchup. Top wall down. Another big lava blast there. Going to help along with this bruiser camp for Skiggly's Wigglies. Focus now is the well. Mosher's here as well. Oh, Cataclysm deep now. Rocks might fall. Does get it with that multi-shot is Mosher. With the Bruiser Cam still here, this top lane for it will be falling. Illidan, Uther, Rhaegar trying to come in defense, but it will be too late. Can Skig get out of here? He has that upgraded Cataclysm at 10, which means he gets that little extra escape. As the rest of his team does end up capturing that Dragonite, inside will be Kel'Thuzad. An opportunity here for Skiggly's Wigglies to push onto this mid wall. I didn't quite look at the poll results. How'd you guys end up voting? Looks like Skiggly's Wigglies with 100% of our vote here in game number 1. Apologies for not talking about it earlier, but you guys could see it up on your screen, so I'm sure you guys knew, and you weren't that worried. And they're looking strong. I mean, 4-0 before the 7-minute mark. And already have all these outer forts down, which really is the bigger deal. Dragon Knight still with 25 seconds left. Of course, they have the other dragon, it's Skig. And they can really go multiple ways, but surprisingly so, choosing to go towards this top lane where Silent Shu able to quickly just use his agility as Illidan to hop around and walk over the Bridge of Death to safety. The DK is going to throw out one fire breath and evacuate. So a bit of waste of time towards the end of that, but not a big deal. They get a lot of value off the Dragon Knight, including all of those outer forts. Now opportunity here with that level lead to potentially invade on a camp. But will they do it before getting that talent tier advantage? It looks like they're not too worried. Skig walking on in with that Deathwing. Gonna blast away on a few with the W, and now look for that big channel. Can he find it in this choke point? It's gonna be the Cataclysm first as he pops his last armor protection. They get the kill on Johanna, and now Vala trying to finish off Rhaegar. Can the multi-shot get it done? Doesn't have it off cooldown, so Rhaegar will survive. But it's another camp stolen away for Skiggly's Wigglies, and they're looking at yet another now with their level 13 talents in hand. Fire and Fury the pick for Deathwing at 13. And it could be fire here with the ice excuse me, Fury with the ice, but they get the fire anyway from the sky, but neither hero that was low ended up falling. Very close. I'm just now realizing, though, they did go with fire and ice. That's a pretty cool combo. They got the Deathwing. They got the Kel'Thuzad, who's now at 17 stacks on the Master of the Cold Dark, working his way towards 30. And a lot of pressure afforded by these camps that have been stolen away. Deathwing's going to be in this top lane, pushing in with it. Just the Tychus here for now. Here comes Rhaegar, and on the flank, looks like it will be Johanna and Uther, but those two can't really keep him here. Neither can this Illidan. All these stuns really don't do too much, and Skig's just got to keep running. If he can continue walking towards his wall, should be fine. Doesn't have a Bellowing Ward, doesn't have that Cataclysm, but doesn't end up even needing it, as he just created a ton of space in the bottom lane for yet another Bruiser camp to be picked up. And look at this, Mosher working on this Vala, working with this Vala to pick up this Siege camp to pair along with the Bruiser camp. Opportunity here to get this fort down. Excuse me, keep down. But they're going to have to start off with this wall first. Here they are, 4 of their heroes. Deathwing in the sky. We don't know where he's going to land, and now we do. Landing right on top here. Jackal-Pop over the wall, but not finding too much yet. The Chithu's pretty low, the Johanna, as well as the Rhaegar. Now they're all low because that Cataclysm was right in their face. Kel'Thuzad trying to get a couple finishes, but they only get one so far. It's Rhaegar down. Only the Uther up in support as Silencio gonna hunt on in, trying to slow down this push, but he's gonna get rooted in by Kel'Thuzad and destroyed. Ends up being a double kill now for Skiggly's Wigglies, as Deathwing just gonna hop on back to the point. Work on getting this Dragon Knight for Skiggly's Wigglies, and potentially think about ending this one at level 16. Sorry about that. Had to take a sip of water. Appreciate your patience. Another camp being looked at here by Mosher. Mommy Milkies as well. Haven't had to see the Resurrect yet, but it was chosen as Skig's going to be the dragon inside the dragon. No, not quite yet. It's going to be Kel'Thuzad looking for some damage. Doesn't find the connect on the chain. Mal'Ganis now on the flank with that level 16 talent. Is he going to engage here? So far, no. He's going to get back to the channel with Skig, and they will be able to capture their second Dragon Knight in a row. Do they push towards the core, or do they want to get the second keep down? Looks like the call might be the core. They're at least going to push up this wave and start threatening in the bottom lane. Top lane, of course, will be pushed in during this objective with a Bruiser camp. But here comes Skiggly's Wigglies. We're going to drop down our talents and watch this one unfold. Jackal-Pop up front, going to get lead off stunned by Uther as Sheath going to start walking in, along with Silencio with that big hunt on the backside. Bala's going to slow it down with Rain of Vengeance ×2. And Kel'Thuzad looking to finish anything off, but so far the Ancestral Heal being the determining factor in Illidan's fate. He gets that bit of health and trying to work on killing Redbrook Lord, but can't get the job done. It's a double kill for Skiggly's Wigglies as the Dragon Knight is on the core, below 70% now. All their heroes still up. Darth and Truffleshup able to save themselves back inside of the base, but they won't be able to keep any HP onto their core. Game number 1 in very convincing fashion will be handed over to Skiggly's Wigglies. Wow. Let's take a look at this match summary brought to you by Nexus Gaming Series, and it was a very dominant match coming out from Skig. 41k hero damage, 95k siege, and also had all that healing as well, the self-healing. Really a tremendous hero. This is why he's so good. He does a little bit of everything. I'm surprised he wasn't also the top XP getter, but nonetheless, will be our game number 1 MVP. Maybe just because it's a broken hero. You guys at home be the judge of that. Let's take a look at these talents before we move on to our first break of the evening. Pretty exciting one, but it will be Skiggly's Wigglies taking it rather convincingly. which will lead us into our next match. I'm going to take a short break here, about 4 minutes to set it up. Thanks for being here. Thanks for stopping in. If you're not already following, please help us reach our follower goal. We're getting very close. About 30 more of you, and we'll be at that mark. Let me see the live total. We're at 969, so 31 more follows, and we made it, baby. We'll be back in, we'll say 3 minutes now. I talked a little bit extra. 3 minutes, and I'll see you guys soon. And welcome back to the stream. I'm your host, Murda, tonight here at twitch.tv/MurdaRG. If you're watching over on YouTube, make sure you hit that like button. Really helps the YouTube algorithms. And of course, the more important thing, hit that subscribe button over on YouTube. If you're watching live on Twitch right now, follow the link that was put in chat by Nightbot. Head on over to my channel. Hit that subscribe button for me, as I want to thank Jackalpop for doing that follow there. We have all of our players in the lobby. I'm gonna let them know I'm ready to go, and hopefully we can launch this game number 2 quickly and get you guys back in on the action. So, whoop, my desk is a mess right now. I'm in the middle of moving. I have stuff all over my desk. Apologies. If you guys are frequenters of my channel, you'll notice my party cam is not very party-like today. I can at least turn the lights on. Hello? Lights? Hello? There we go. Boom. So yeah, not quite as festive as it usually is, but I still like it. Jackalpop saying he likes the picture in the background. Found it somewhere on Google. Just Google Heroes of the Storm backgrounds. You can find it. Players appear to be ready, waiting for the launch from our lobby host. Looks like we're getting it now. There we go. Welcome to game number 2. This one, once again, chosen by Chaos of the Waking Dragon. It's going to be Infernal Shrines. After game 1, I wonder if they're considering their draft strategy, getting rid of the Deathwing. It was a bit of an issue in game 1. They didn't really have to worry too much about the Ariel because they didn't really get kills. The Resurrect never really had to come out. So that part was just unfortunate. But do they take away some of those power heroes, or do they just leave them open? I would imagine they want to get rid of them this time. We'll be finding out as this one continues. Question in chat from Jacopop Murda. What is your new follower sound from? It sounds so familiar. It's the StarCraft lady thing. The adjutant. What's its name? You guys in chat know. There's a in-game announcer for it as well, but there was a sound pack that Blizzard put out online with a bunch of cool sounds that were created for streamers and stuff. So I was like, you know what? Let me install that. That sounds pretty fun. There's the Deathwing ban, as I was expecting from Chaos of the Waking Dragon. Not want to deal with it again here. Infernal Shrines may be an even better map for Deathwing than the Dragonshire was. Smittywerb saying, looks like I was the weak link, LOL. Is Smittywerb on Skiggly's Wigglies? Or were you on Skiggly's Wigglies? Kael'Thas's taken out, so we're left with one ban here in the top half left for Chaos of the Waking Dragon. Do they ban away that Ariel, or do they remain with either the Dahaka or Falstad from game 1 that they took away? And this time it will be Mal'Ganis. So 2 heroes we saw in game 1, and there's a third one. Mommy Milky's hopping back on the Ariel quickly, knowing that this hero is highly contested right now, and not allowing that to be an option for Chaos. It's going to mean Silent Shoe has to think about what they want to do to deal with Ariel if it really was an issue during game 1. How do they remedy that situation here in game 2? I think already they're off to a better start, just not having to deal with the Deathwing. They had to go with an early Tychus pick there on Dragonshire. This time they can be a bit more flexible. And you can see that flexibility showing already, going in with a Gul'dan and Lucio. Back over to Skiggly's Wigglies. Game 1, it was the Vala to pair in with the Ariel as the battery. This time the Gul'dan being taken away. Another fine battery for Ariel. Do they go back onto that Vala, or do they choose something different here? Sometimes, like Lunara with a Splintered Spear can be pretty good as well, but with as well as game 1 went, Mosher's like, I'm fine with the Vala. Let me stick on it here for game 2. And Jacopop going to have to switch on over to a different tank. This one will be ETC. So time for our final bans here of our second map of the night. Chaos of the Waking Dragon already taken out the Deathwing and the Mal'Ganis. Looking at the other side, they already have a tank and an assassin and a support. So they're going to take away a solo laner. Very strong one here in Infernal Shrines. It's Sonya. And this will be the final ban overall. It belongs to Skiggly's Wigglies. Imagining that they want to take out some sort of tank here. Already taking out the Johanna. They've taken the ETC. Do they ban away something like a Garrosh? Not Garrosh's strongest map, but they will take him out nonetheless. I say it's not his strongest map just because his toss is a bit difficult. When you're inside those pits, sometimes you target onto one of those shrine defenders, making it very hard to flip your actual intended target. Once again, we will see the Uther though, and this time pairing it in with a Varian. I don't know what the strategy is there. They're going to need some sort of big boy assassin coming out for Silent Shoe. Varian, does he play a solo lane, which means Uther is main tank? I'm confused. We're going to find out. Sylvanas and Arthas, the final 2 picks for Skiggly's Wigglies, and I really like those. Arthas going to help slow down this Varian, slow down this Uther on the front as well. and Sylvanas a ton of damage. And if and when they win one of those objectives, being able to push with the black arrows will certainly help out Skiggly's Wigglies here on Infernal Shrines. Final pick, it's Greymane. So, good selections. Smittywerb, reply was technically you were on the team, I guess, but you're done with HOTS. Okay, well, that's kind of sad. I'm sad for that. It's a lot of good days in the past. Oh, I was typing up my poll. You know what? Let me finish that. Skiggly's, Wigglies, or Chaos of the Waking Dragon. Alright, so it won't let me type dragon. It says Drago, but my intent was to put the N there. Character limit. Poll is open. You should see it now appearing up here above my head. Up there. Those are results. But you guys have to vote. And as the votes come in, that updates. So make sure you're voting as we load on into game number 2. Let's take a peek at this left-hand side and introduce our Game 1 winners. Red Rook Lord on the Arthas, Jackopop on ETC, Mosher once again playing the Vala, and Mommy Milky's once again on that Ariel. And it's Skig! This team named after him. He'll be on the Sylvanas. Make some noise for Skiggly's Wigglies. And on the right-hand side, looking for their first map win of this season, it's Rocks on Gul'dan, Truffle Shuff on Lucio, Silent Shoe will play the Greymane, Sheath on Varian, and bringing up the back of the pack on Uther, it's Darth. Ladies and gentlemen, they are Chaos of the Waking Dragon. Ooh, party mix for Lucio, already working on it with the full stack here at mid. Very quickly trying to gather that buff up, making his radius a little bit larger throughout this game. Sheath and a lot of pressure. Varian without too much of a skill set so far. Gonna fall very early. Before level 4, Varian pretty much just like half a hero. Barely has any abilities to use. And essentially just an auto attacker. So first death of the game and first blood will belong to Skiggly's Wigglies. That one went over to Arthas. We'll be unfurling shadows for Sylvanas. I really like to see that here. Again, plenty of opportunity to push with this Sylv. We'll see if they want to go into Mercenary Queen at level 4. I think will certainly help them as well. A lot of camps here on this map already getting to work on this bottom Impaler camp. And we see on the other side, it'll be Silent Shoe working on the first camp for Chaos of the Waking Dragon. It's a siege camp on their side. Truffle Shuff and Darth up at mid, up against this ETC. So not applying any support for Greymane while he's working on that. And now in the bottom lane, it's Gul'dan having to play goalkeeper by himself up against 3 heroes here and an Impaler camp. Black arrows popped by Sylvanas, so already one of those turrets down. As the response finally makes it here, Silent Shoe able to get that camp out and show up in response to help his team. Khosra camp is eliminated in that bottom lane, and only one still remains on the map here on the bottom side. Actually, the mid side. It's the one here next to Skiggly Wiggly's mid fort, and here they come. Mosher, Skig, Mommy Milky's, and Jackopop all here working on it in tandem. Top lane, haven't looked at this yet. It's Sheath up against Red Rook Lord, and until level 4, which we are at now, Varian certainly was going to be having an issue in this matchup. Goes in with the Colossus Smash and getting some help here from Greymane. They might end up picking up this kill. Cocktail gets the job done from Silent Shoe. A veteran move there, knowing he has one more skill left in the bank. Throwing it over the wall. Finding that kill on Arthas means they have a slight advantage before this objective. Arthas should actually be up, so it won't actually end up being much of anything. Good job by Lucio finding those low health targets. Going to be here with the rest of his team, making sure they're ready to go. It's going to be a late Hearth from Sheath, though, so Varian will be late to the party. As a camp will be looked at here by Skiggly's Wigglies, top lane Bruiser camp. And they'll make their way into the pit. But who's going to make it in first? Who's going to channel this arcane one and start up the attack? There it is by Mosher. as Chaos of the Waking Dragon deciding they want to get their bruiser camp before making this engage inside on the objective. There it goes, and here they come. Sheath waiting in the vent, looking for anything he can find. Gonna pop on out. There's ETC surrounded by a few, but he has some armor. Jackopop, not enough armor though. Quick kill with that Colossus smash. Only 15 skeletal defenders already picked up by Skiggly's Wiggly, so good advantage here now for Chaos of the Waking Dragon to start turning this set around. They lead for the first time after getting demolished in game number 1. They're up 2-1 here in game 2, potentially looking for more. Skig pretty low, and here they come. He has that haunting wave out with 42 health points. Good job by Sylvanas to survive as Mosher trying to continue in this pit all by himself. Chaos of the Waking Dragon gonna walk back in, but here comes ETC back from his death. Jackopop gonna try to help set up this front line, but already taking 50% of his health bar. Gotta worry about that follow-up Colossus smash again. Jackopop being chased down, but still alive. Triple Shove getting a lot of value with all these heals from Lucio. He's already completed Party Mix. And the sustain in this fight is tremendous, but finally it will be a death. Sheath going down. They will trade it out onto ETC as Chaos of the Waking Dragon collects the first Punisher of the game, an Arcane Punisher for the middle lane. Who will it leap on? Sylvanas the one nearby, and Skig the one who will get jumped. But with supporting there from Mommy Milkies, Skig will be just fine. Almost completing now is Uther Hammer the Lightbringer. There it is at 5:01. A few other quests to keep note of. It will be High King's quest for Varian. None of those parts yet complete. And Echoed Corruption for the Gul'dan at 16 of 40 stacks. On the other side, it will be Eternal Hunger from Arthas sitting at 6 of 10. And that Unfurling Shadows stacks infinitely at 25 stacks currently. Bottom lane camp grabbed by Skig. Jackopop here with a big wave. And with the Sylvanas here as well, they can just push on in. They're not even using the black arrows yet onto that first tower. Now they're going to use it on the fort. Is Jackopop going to pressure back Gul'dan and Lucio? Still no reaction from the rest of Chaos of the Waking Dragon. They're all in that top lane as they're watching from the mini-map their fort being destroyed. Still pushing in now. Potentially could be Skiggly's Wigglies. No, they're going to drop back. Maybe seeing this Varian Sheath all by himself. Here's Silent Shoe now. Colossus Smash coming out onto Jackopop. Power Slide is there. And Varian will fall. Now Silent Shoe potentially in trouble. Vala looking to finish him off. Can't get the job done. So just the one. But it's a good one because now they're that much closer to level 10. And speak of the devil, level 10s are achieved for Skiggly's Wigglies. And the macro pressure will continue as Mosher and Mommy Milkies comboing once again on their own siege camp. Painting the entire left side blue. I believe this other one... Oh, I didn't even see it get taken. Apparently, Chaos of the Waking Dragon was able to get their own camp there not too long ago. Jackopop waiting for something and still hasn't chosen his heroic. I'm expecting the mosh pit. Fully expecting it. No, it's actually a stage dive. So a curveball there from Jackopop. But nonetheless, looks like they once again want to try to kill this Varian. All by himself. 5-man rotation is here and quickly eliminated will be Sheath. Both sides now looking at their bruiser camp, spawning at the same time and being worked on at the same time. It's 30 seconds until the next shrine, so these will be timed out well. It won't be an advantage in either direction since neither side has gotten the catapults out yet, but Sylvanas and Co. are going to try to push us up a bit. There's a possession, actually. Going to help shut down some of these push attempts coming from these dogs and the shaman from the red side. As you see, they're just going to kill the shaman and force Chaos of the Waking Dragon to respond to their own push. This is strong push. I mean, they can just stay here until it's respected. Finally showing up is Greymane, so the rotation out going to be started. Already in the pit is Gul'dan and Lucio. getting Chaos of the Waking Dragon up to 9 skeletal defenders, but they know heroes are coming, so they back out. They'll wait until some more show up. ETC gonna remain in the top lane. He's got stage dive, as Skig getting assaulted at mid takes about half of his health bar. Getting closer now in the count, 9-14, but still in favor of Chaos. There's the stage dive. Follow up, power slide in on a few with the Rain of Vengeance, also hitting in a big silence from Sylvanas. First to fall will be Lucio. Second is going to be the Uther. Both supports down as Varian goes. There's the Howling Blast connecting onto one more. Greymane falls. It's a quad kill for Skiggly's Wigglies as they are uncontested in the pit now. We'll be able to pick up their first Punisher of the game, and look at where it's pushing, folks, in the bottom lane where they already took out a fort. So pressure about to be coming onto the bottom lane keep of Chaos of the Waking Dragon. Arrow showing up. He says, "Murda in the his house." Yes, I am in a his house. Moving away from this his house this week, though. I'm very sad, so boo-hoo. No push here. What is going on? You have a Sylvanas. What are you doing, Skiggly's Wigglies? Push with this Punisher. Punisher already taking 50% of its health, and the wall still stands. I gotta disagree with this move. I think you definitely could have gotten a keep down in that situation, but instead, all you get is a wall, and a little bit of a wall at mid. I don't know, guys. I don't know. You got to push on to that keep in that situation. You have the Sylvanas. You have the Punisher. You had a talent tier lead. And now you just got Skig in a lot of trouble. Going to be saved by the Lash of Ariel. But here comes Silent Shoe, still able to leap in with that extra range on his Dark Flight. Big storm from Uther, but still no one down, and it's a turnaround from Skiggly's Wigglies, who get the first kill. Coming onto the Lucio, and the stage dive onto two more. Ends up being a complete mega kill from Skiggly's Wiggly, saying, "Murda, take that." Calculated. We knew we didn't want the keep. We knew we wanted to find kills after. Okay. Alright. Let's take a look at the poll results. Skiggly's Wigglies picking up 67% of the vote here for game number 2, as they are working with that Sylvanas onto the first keep of the game, and they should be able to get it with the black arrows. They do. Here's the retreat now. Face Melt going to help it from Jacko Pop as they all get mounted up and evacuate. Well done by Skiggly's Wigglies. Now 13-3 in kills. Let's take a look at the kill count. Sylvanas, 5 kills, 0 deaths. Really great work so far. Still no deaths as well onto the Ariel and Vala, which is most certainly helping. Here comes another engagement. Rain of Vengeance, so good from Mosher. Going to help pick up 2 more kills or not. Varian still in trouble, getting some support from Lucio. A shield there as well, and makes it out. I thought for sure he'd be falling, but good supporting. And I guess good help of his own. Pops his own protect. Bruiser Camp now will be under threat with this 3-level lead. And without hesitation, the entire blue team able to take that away. Do they continue staying here? It's possession, not the Mercenary Queen from Sylvana, so they're not going to have added pressure, but they are getting a bit of help from a few of these minions. Now the Shaman here with those doggos. There's the big Syndra Gosa hitting a lot of heroes as well. Rain of Vengeance over the wall hitting 4 heroes. It's just insane the value Mosher's getting on these stacked up heroes. They get 2 more kills. Gul'dan and Varian down, as well as now Lucio falling. 30 seconds till they respawn, and with this keep being disabled, they're going to have their second keep of the game down. Maybe a kill now onto Greymane. Yes, it will be. Darth the only one still standing. Could be game as they're looking at the core. Catapults approaching in mid as well. Slide lands onto Uther. Darth now inside that Howling Blast, trying to walk around ETC, but won't be able to. 80% on the core. This was a quick set, and it's going to be Skiggly's Wigglies taking it in what I will call dominating fashion. GG's. Well done. So let's take a look at this match summary brought to you by Nexus Gaming Series, and it was one hell of a fight, but it was one hell of a one-sided fight. Skiggly's Wigglies with the utter domination tonight over Chaos of the Waking Dragon. Here is your stat screen where Skig once again leading in siege damage and leading in hero damage. Game 1, it was on the Deathwing. Game 2, it had to be the Sylvanas, but still holding steady as our Game 2 MVP. Let's take a look at this talent screen before we move on to our interview portion of tonight. I'm going to try to reach out and see if we can get Skig in here because that was pretty exciting. All right, so I've invited Skig to come to an interview. We'll see if they're able to respond and show up and grace us with their presence. I'm being graced with Recycic's presence in chat, as we do have Skig approaching. How is it going, and how are you feeling after that first win of the season?
What's going on, man? Oh, it feels great because we've struggled this season. We played really hard. We've always been winning, and we just kind of throw it, and so it feels really good to like get a decisive win, just like moral victory.
It was. You guys got a lot of kills in Game 1 and even more in Game 2, but just overall felt like you guys had control. Like, you guys weren't afraid to play your moves. You were aggressive on the camps, and it seemed like you guys pretty much outclassed your opponents. Any comments on that?
Yeah, the first game, they made the mistake of letting Deathwing get through. They even said at the beginning, he's like, oh, I forgot Deathwing exists. And I've been playing a lot of Deathwing, and that hero is just broken. He's just really strong, and they played it against it not the best. They stuck 2 people top. They stuck their only damage, Tychus and a Rhaegar. So that means they had 3 others just bought, and our 4-man was just like demolishing them while they were focused on me. So we just kind of ran that map, and it I don't know. You saw it. They didn't get a kill, and we ended it really fast.
So I saw their last pick come out as an Illidan, and I was like, is Illidan a counter to Deathwing? Like, why wouldn't he be? Because you can just continually regain your health, and you can easily avoid all of Deathwing's, like, slow abilities. But
Yeah,
they didn't put the Illidan up there. It just didn't make sense to me.
Same. I was waiting to battle Illidan, but once I saw Tychus, I was like, okay, that's their only damage, and he's up there. I was just ready to fight Illidan, but if Illidan does fight me, Deathwing's level 4 is super, super powerful, and it's just going to beat him over time, especially because I took my level 1, the plates where I get protected. He's just never going to be able to get past that health bar.
Right. So you were drafting tonight, and I noticed games 1 and 2, you guys go with that beautiful combo of Ariel and Vala. Mosher I got to talk with before the game. But sounded really excited to get going in this, and you put him on that hyper carry in both of them. Talk about the confidence you have in dealing with your captain here, and how well he can play that type of hero in that position for your team.
I've been playing with Mosher for about a year. Like, our team's been together for a while. We have a core 4, Mommy, Mosher, Jagapop, and me. We've been playing for a while. We've struggled to find a solo laner. So, you know, I kind of knew his exact hero pool and his strengths and weaknesses, and we've been practicing, you know, the hyper carry strat. Ariel is obviously a problem right now. She was a problem before the res buffs, but now she's ridiculous. So we put a high priority on her. We've been trying some double support stuff, and it hasn't been getting results. So we were like, okay, let's just try to play our game. We only need Ariel. And if you notice, in between both games, we didn't even have to use Resurrect one time.
I did notice. I was like, hey, they had it in Game 1, didn't use it. By time Game 2 ended, it was the same situation. So, yeah, interesting, but I guess not a bad situation to find yourself in.
No, Mommy was like, I didn't even get to use my ult. We're like, yeah.
Game 1, pretty convincing win on Dragonshire, and Game 2, Infernal Shrines, a little dicey at the start. You guys found yourselves a little bit behind, but you rebounded nicely. Talk about what it took to kind of get over that hump of what was an early game defeat and turn it into that huge win by the end.
That's when we lost the shrine. That's really when it started spiraling. And we didn't lose the fort. We just kind of tried to maintain composure. I didn't die. We had one death, I think, on the shrine.
Yep.
And we just like, okay, let's sit back. Let's just, soak for a little bit. I probably took a lot of damage. I almost died. I didn't expect him to engage. I was like just soaking. So I took a little bit of damage, but we didn't even lose the fort. We just knew the levels were okay. We didn't stagger. Just wanted to play our game, keep calm. We've been in this situation before. I mean, we're kind of used to losing, so a little small deficit didn't really hurt us.
And then the other thing, ETC going in with the stage dive there in game 2, and actually found a double kill with it. Just like finished off 2 heroes. Was that a conscious call or just kind of in the flux during the match?
Oh yeah, Jack was calling it. He was like, I'm going in. And we're like, okay, we got it. And then we just hear the sound of like 2 people dying at once, and you're just like, oh, the Craigasm.
Complete Craigasm for me as well. I loved it. You guys had a quad kill and then top that with a mega kill towards the end where you're able to take down that mid keep and ultimately help yourselves towards winning that game number 2. First win of the season. I'm excited for you guys. I knew I was excited to cast you guys. I was looking through, as I always do at the start of the season, team names. You guys are at the top, the very top of my list. Skigglies, Wigglies. Let's talk a bit. Is this team named directly after you? Where does it come from? What's the story? Help me out.
We were just playing a lot, and we joke around and have a lot of fun, and it just came up somehow. Someone said it. It was really dumb, and he was like, "Yeah, that should be our team name." And I'm like, "Oh my god, whatever, dude. Just go for it. It sounds good. I love it." So that's nothing too crazy.
Okay, all right. Hey, that's sometimes all it takes is just a little bit of fun and having a good time with your friends.
Exactly, and that's what it is. We're not like ex-HGC pros, like trying to make a living off this game. We just really love this game and have a lot of fun, and we want to play it. We don't like to lose though, so we're definitely looking to get better and improve, and don't count us out.
Well, I appreciate you stopping in for the interview, but before I let you go, of course, I have to give you an opportunity for some shout-outs. The floor is yours, man.
Oh yeah, definitely. Everyone in chat who came to support me, I know at least Rodney did. I know Miss Peaches did. I think they were in chat. I sent them the link. My team, of course, my subs like Robin played with us earlier. My team's amazing, and I stream. I primarily stream Heroes of the Storm. We play Hearthstone. I play Halo, and you can find my Twitch at twitch.tv/skig_gaming. Might be streaming later tonight after the second match. We have another match tonight.
I saw that. I did see that. I was considering doing both your matches, but I think the spacing was a little bit longer, so I didn't. But nonetheless, best of luck in that one, and best of luck moving through Season 8. Excited to see if you guys can start getting some more of these wins and make it into playoff contention.
Definitely. Oh yeah. Also, I want to give a shout out to you, Murder. Thanks for casting and putting in your time. It's awesome, man.
Well, I appreciate you appreciating me as always.
All right, man.
All right, man. Until next time, best of luck and have fun out there.
Thank you so much. You too.
All right, Twitch chat. Game number 1, our first set is complete. Skiggly's Wigglies taking the 2-0 domination over Chaos of the Waking Dragon. But do not fret, there is more NGS action coming your way this evening. It's a Division B East doubleheader, and up next, it'll be Regen Phoenix versus Demonic Entity Within. We'll be starting in exactly 30 minutes, so I'm going to be going away to an away timer. Make sure you stay put and be here when this one kicks off because it's going to be fun. 2 very strong teams entering tonight's matchup. Regen Phoenix has a record of 10-2. Demonic Entity Within has a record of 6-2. So neither team losing a lot yet, but one of them is going to have to lose tonight. We'll find out at 9 o'clock. Until then, I'm Murda. You are Chat. And maybe if you're watching on YouTube, you're a random person on YouTube who's going to hit like and subscribe. But until next time, I will see you on my away screen.